Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with coagulation of the blood, which is a crucial topic from the chapter Body Fluids and Circulation. It is an ultra high PYQ area and often every 2 to 3 years questions come from this topic. This is the screenshot of NCERT. NCERT starts with a question that why does bleeding stop after some time? Then it discusses why this process is important or what is the importance of blood coagulation. Then it talks about the brown scar which is formed after bleeding and the mechanism behind it, or specifically the mechanism behind the process of blood coagulation. So different enzymes involved as well as the role of calcium is discussed here. So in upcoming slides we will be discussing all this in detail. We start this slide with two questions that have appeared in previous year NEETs, that is function of blood clotting and what is the composition of the blood clot. Now you would have seen that after a tissue is injured, in some time the blood loss stops. The process in which this blood loss stops is known as blood coagulation or blood clotting. Clear with the definition? Now second is with respect to the function. Why it is necessary? It is necessary to prevent the excessive loss of the blood from the body. Is that clear? Right? Okay. Next, let's come to the composition part. You would have seen that after injury, often a dark reddish brown scum is formed at the injury site or the cut. This is known as the clot or coagulum. This term coagulum is very important and it has also come in the previous year NEET. Now, what is this clot or coagulum composed of? It is composed of a network of fibrin threads plus dead and damaged formed elements that are trapped in it. Okay, so fibrin threads plus the damaged formed elements trapped make up the clot or the coagulum. You must remember that formed element means the cellular part of the blood, right? I hope you are clear with this question now. Let's move on to the mechanism behind blood coagulation. So let us now understand the mechanism and the steps involved in the blood coagulation process. It's a very important slide and I want everybody's full attention. So this is the blood vessel. This is the site in which the injury and or the trauma has taken place. This injury or the trauma, it stimulates the platelets. So what type of formed elements are stimulated during the injury? Platelets. Okay, very important PYQ area. So these platelets and the damaged tissue release certain factors that initiate coagulation. Okay, so the platelets activated as well as the damaged tissues during the injury, they release certain factors. Okay, so what do these factors do? These factors activate the enzyme cascade process. Okay, what is an enzyme cascade process? It's a series of the linked enzymatic reactions in which one step gives rise to the another step, just like how we play dominoes. So that is called as enzyme cascade process. And the inactive plasma factors are activated here, and along with the calcium ions, the activated plasma factors lead to the formation of thrombokinase, which is an important enzyme complex. Clear? So how is thrombokinase formed? It is formed because of the enzyme cascade. And how is the enzyme cascade formed? It is formed due to the released factors. And who releases the factors? The factors are released by the platelets and the damaged tissue cells. Clear until now? So let's look at thrombokinase. It's an enzyme required for clotting and is formed by several clotting factors present in the plasma in inactive state, which are activated during the enzymatic cascade process, as well as calcium 2+ ion. Okay. let's now see what is the role of this thrombokinase. Okay, in our plasma we have inactive enzyme, that is prothrombin. Okay, wherever we have pro means inactive. So this prothrombin is converted to thrombin by the action of the enzyme thrombokinase along with the calcium 2+ ions, right? So prothrombin is converted to thrombin, which is an active enzyme, and this thrombin leads to the conversion of fibrinogen, which is also an inactive protein found in the plasma. This fibrinogen is converted to fibrin, which is an active insoluble protein. Okay, so this conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin is because of the action of enzyme thrombin along with calcium 2+ ions. Okay, so now this fibrin, what does it lead to? This leads to formation of active insoluble thread, which act just like a mesh. Okay, and in this mesh all the damaged formed elements are trapped, and this leads to the formation of clot or coagulum or scum or the dark brown scar. Is that clear? So what is clot or coagulum or scum? It is fibrin plus the dead formed cells. Okay, pay attention to the role of calcium 2+ here. Calcium 2+ is important in 3 places. As you can see, it is important in the enzyme cascade leading to the formation of thrombokinase. Second, in the formation of the thrombin or activation of prothrombin. Third, in the formation of fibrin or activation of fibrinogen. So calcium 2+ plays a very important role in the step of blood coagulation. I hope this part is very clear for you guys. So let's quickly now look at the NEET PYQ areas. So 2018 and 23 question has come from cascade mechanism or the role of thrombokinase. So thrombokinase is formed in the cascade process. Okay, and what does it do? Prothrombin to thrombin. Okay, that conversion is due to thrombokinase. Okay, second, NEET 2015 and 20, what leads to the formation of prothrombin to thrombin? Again, the answer is thrombokinase. Okay, prothrombin activation is done by which enzyme? Thrombokinase enzyme, right? Next, let's see fibrin formation. Fibrin formation or the activation of fibrinogen, it is because of the enzyme thrombin. Okay, initially in the plasma we have fibrinogen, and this fibrinogen is what? Soluble in nature, and it is converted into insoluble fibrin by the action of the enzyme thrombin. Is that clear? Okay. Next is, what is the role of calcium ions, which has happened in 2012, 17 and 22. So calcium 2+ ion, very important. 3 roles it has in the enzyme cascade: activation of prothrombin and activation of fibrinogen. Okay, it acts as a very important bridge in the blood clotting process. Next area is what is the role of platelets and tissues, which has come in 2016 and 21. So I have already discussed at the injury or the trauma site, the platelets are activated, and these activated platelets along with damaged tissues, they release certain factors which is necessary for activating the or initiating the blood coagulation process. Specifically, enzyme cascade is initiated due to the factors released by platelets and the tissues. So we looked at all the important PYQ areas now. I hope you are now clear with the concept and the mechanism behind blood clotting or coagulation. If you found this video helpful and illustration also very interesting, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And also I would be pinning down a PDF which will have the previous year questions which you can refer for your practice, and comment below how many questions you were able to answer. Thank you everybody. Have a very good day.